From the same streets that gave us Isaac Heaney, another king is rising. And if what they're saying behind closed doors is true, the Swans might have just found something special. G'day Swans fans, if you love the club like I do, hit that subscribe button because today we're talking about the kid they're calling the next big thing out of Cardiff. Let's get into it. Pick 49, night 2 of the 2025 Telstra AFL draft. That's when Sydney pulled the trigger on a name that's been whispered around the academy for years, Max King. Now, if you're a Swans supporter, you've heard the comparisons already. The athletic profile, the explosive leap, the way he moves. And yeah, the fact he's from Cardiff Hawks, just like a certain Isaac Heaney. But here's the thing, this isn't just about where he's from. This is about what he can become. Chris Keane, the club's head of list strategy, didn't hold back. He called Max's athletic traits rare. Academy coach Colin O'Riordan said he has an X factor about him. These aren't throwaway lines. When your recruiting boss and your academy coach start talking like that, you pay attention. The Swans don't draft for headlines. They draft for a decade. And with King joining fellow rookies Jeevan Philippou and Billy Kuti, there's a real sense that something's brewing at the club. A new generation, a new identity. And Max King might just be at the heart of it. But to understand how we got here and why the Swans are so bullish on this kid, we need to go back. Max King grew up red and white, a Sydney supporter through and through. He watched the Swans on TV, followed them through the highs and lows, and dreamed of one day pulling on that famous jumper. And growing up in Cardiff, he had the perfect blueprint right in front of him. Isaac Heaney, the superstar forward who came from the exact same junior club, the bloke who went from Cardiff Hawks to becoming one of the most dangerous players in the competition. If you're a young kid in that part of Sydney with AFL dreams, Heaney's the roadmap, and King, they're following it step by step. He came through the QBE Swans Academy, just like Heaney did. He trained with the boys, learnt the system, absorbed the culture. The coaches saw something early, that rare combination of size, speed, and athleticism that you just can't teach. At 191 centimetres, he's got the frame to play tall, but he's got the agility and top-end speed to play on the wing or even push into the midfield. That versatility, that's gold in modern footy. But 2024 threw him a curveball, an AC joint injury. One of those frustrating contact setbacks that just takes you out of the picture at the worst possible time. He missed the Coach Talent League fixtures with the academy. He was selected for the National Futures matches, the showcase games where kids put themselves on the map, but couldn't take the field. For a young bloke trying to impress recruiters, it was devastating. Behind closed doors, there were doubts, not about his talent, but whether clubs would take a punt on someone they hadn't seen enough of. The whispers started. Injured kid, big risk, maybe next year. But Max King didn't fold. He kept working, kept rehabbing, kept believing. And then when he finally got his chance, he made it count. Here's where the story shifts. King eventually represented the Allies in the national championships. One game, one opportunity to show what he could do against the best kids in the country. And he didn't just show up, he delivered a moment. Western Australia, a massive mark. The game-winning goal. Let that sink in for a second. After months on the sidelines, after missing his chance to play in the big showcase games, Max King came back and kicked the goal that won his team the match. Not just any goal, the clutch goal. The one everyone remembers. You can imagine the scouts sitting up in their chairs, the Swans coaches nodding at each other. This is the stuff that tells you everything about a kid. Ticker, resilience, the ability to deliver when it matters most. But the Swans didn't need convincing. They'd already seen enough.
He played 3 games at VFL level in Sydney colours, hit the scoreboard in every single one. That's no accident. That's a kid who knows where the goals are and backs himself to get there. And when he went back to his local club Cardiff, he was unstoppable. 30 goals for the season. 30! Then came 2025. This was the year it all came together. King put the injuries behind him and played in the Summer Series and Academy Series with the Swans. He turned out for all 4 Coates Tout League games. No setbacks, no doubts, just a young bloke showing everyone what he's capable of when he's fit and firing. And the Swans were watching every second of it. Cullen I read and broke it down perfectly. Max is very athletic. He's quick, agile and powerful, and looks impressive when bursting out of congestion. He has strong follow-up and loves to hunt the opposition, while his closing speed is very good. That closing speed, that ability to burst out of congestion, that's the X factor I read and was talking about. And it's why, on night 2 of the draft, Sydney made their move. Pick 49, Max King, the new king at the Swans. The reaction from Swans fans? Absolute scenes. Social media lit up. Another Cardiff kid? Heaney 2.0? This bloke's got serious upside. There's something special about drafting a local kid who grew up supporting the club. It's not just a feel-good story, it's genuine connection. Max King isn't just joining the Swans, he's living the dream he's had since he was a kid. Chris Keeney's comments after the draft said it all. He talked about King's rare athletic traits, his versatility, his top-end speed, and his massive vertical leap. These are the things that get recruiters excited. These are the things that make you think this kid could be anything. But here's the part that really stands out. King's a Basil Sellers Scholarship recipient. That's a big deal. It's recognition not just of his talent on the field, but his character off it. The Swans aren't just drafting an athlete, they're drafting a leader, a kid who wants to learn at every opportunity, as I read and put it. And in the locker room, the boys would have been buzzing. Another young gun coming through, another kid with that hunger to prove himself. The Swans have built a culture on bringing through local talent, and King fits that mold perfectly. So, what does this all mean for the Sydney Swans? It means the academy's working. It means the pathway from junior footy to the AFL is alive and well in Sydney. And it means the club's future is in good hands. Think about it. Heaney came from Cardiff and became a superstar. Now King's following the same path. The comparisons are inevitable, but they're also fair. Both kids grew up in the same area, played for the same club, came through the same academy. Both possess rare athletic traits. Both have that X factor. But King isn't trying to be Heaney. He's trying to be Max King. And that's what makes this so exciting. The Swans have a history of developing versatile forwards who can impact the game in multiple ways. King fits that mold perfectly. At 191 centimetres, he can play tall and compete in the air. But he's also got the speed to play on the wing and the agility to push into the midfield. That versatility gives the coaches options, and in modern footy, that's everything. We've seen this story before in the AFL. A kid comes through the academy, shows glimpses of brilliance, battles through injury, and then explodes onto the scene. This could be Max King's trajectory, and if it is, the Swans have found themselves a genuine weapon. At the end of the day, this is what being a Swans fan is all about. Watching young kids from our own backyard chase their dreams and make it to the big time. Max King's journey is just beginning. The injuries, the setbacks, the comeback, they've all shaped him. And now he gets to pull on that red and white jumper he grew up idolising. One moment, one decision, and suddenly the Swans have their new king. Let me know in the comments what you think about Max King. Reckon he can follow in Heaney's footsteps? Hit like if you're backing the Swans no matter what, and I'll see you in the next one. Go Bloods!